Here we are again, once again. So, the objective truth is solidified by evidence and has been true throughout the ages. Examples of objective truth is what you see right in front of you, kind of like you're right in front of me, Neela, and you're right in front of me, Joseph. That is objective truth. It is the chair that I am sitting on right now and that both of you guys are sitting on right now. It is a job that I just went to earlier, and the fact that I'm doing a podcast now, that is objective reality. It is a Panda Express that I just ate, and the examples could continue. On the contrary, subjective truth is shaped by personal opinion, ideology, or experience. One example of modern day subjective truth could be found in the realm of gender identity. I don't know what gender you are, Joseph, or you, Neela, but anyways, although gender has been traditionally defined through the
What?
scope of objectivity, it is today defined by the individual's experience or belief system. If you Google how many genders exist in America, you will receive the following results. There are many gender identities according to Google, and the definitions of gender and biological sex are still widely contested. Some gender identities include non binary. So, what exactly is non binary? Well, according to Google, non binary has the following definition: it is an umbrella term of people who identify as neither, as both, or beyond male, whatever that means, and female. Some non binary identities include agender, gender fluid, demigender, and intergender. Another example of gender identity is two spirit, a term used by some native people to describe someone who combines both male and female qualities. And there is another one that I hope that I'm able to pronounce it right. It's neutrois, neutrals, like
Nutris.
nutrist. There you go. There you go.
Wow.
I I imagine that is um like neutral. I imagine, but
Yeah, so someone that doesn't feel they have a gender identity or
like
find
I
gender.
imagine that a transmission goes into forward or it goes into reverse, and it has neutral, right? So
Neutral is neither way. Yeah.
right. So an identity that describes someone who doesn't feel they have a gender identity or a defined gender, like Neela. Okay, I said that to ask
Girl.
this: is objective truth a reality in today's modern world, or is everything subjective to our individual experience? What do you guys think? I'm interested in hearing you guys speak about this.
All right. Did you want to go first, Neela, or would you
I
want to
just
leave?
got here.
Okay.
You
Well, I
want to
had.
talk about your
Huh?
neutrals? Do you want to talk about your neutrals?
I
Well,
don't want to get neutered.
for me, it's like
I'm a girl.
for me, there's a lot of different.
Genders?
No, no, no.
Uh,
The traditions in life and all that kind of stuff. There's many countries that practice different things, right?
mhm.
So what we can say that is objective reality um, could mean different from someone else, right? So,
Well,
like for example, tribes in Africa all have their distinct way of life and traditions. And recently, this media company, the Daily Wire, produced a Borat-esque documentary that humorously explores a seemingly simple yet profound question: What is a woman? And they go directly to these tribes and ask them simply sit, put the question, what is a woman, right? And they don't have the concept of transgenderism or all these new terms that we're getting. They have no concept of that. So how can you say that those people are wrong, right, for
mhm.
believing what they believe? uh,
but a chair is a chair here and a chair in Africa.
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like Panda orange chicken from Panda Express is going to be orange chicken here, and is going to be orange chicken in China.
so
That's
now
objective truth.
are we as a society, Western society, making
Falling
it
apart.
more confusing to understand? Possibly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember. I remember a long time ago. Um, I was having lunch at work,
Yeah.
and this it was a sous chef. He sat in front of me, and he was telling me how he was talking about subjectivity, and he had a cup, and he's all like, look, it was like a black cup, I think, and he's all like,
Yeah.
look, if I say this is blue, and it's like a black cup, right, and
Yeah.
then it's blue, and then it's blue, because I say it's blue. And I'm like, well, I'm listening to him, right, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't think he was on drugs. I don't even know why we were talking about that. Oh, I think we might have been talking about God because that was in my religious day,
Yeah.
and that was when I wanted to convert everybody into to Christianity.
Yeah. You want everyone to believe.
Yeah, so I think I was probably preaching to him, and then he
Yeah.
got mad, and he started telling me that. But, anyways, you got anything to say, Nila?
Yeah, why are we talking about this?
Because this is what I wrote as my introduction. I had an idea and I put down on pen. Anyway, so the
Uh,
second, yeah, go ahead.
wait. So it's gonna segue into.
No, not yet.
Well,
No, I have
his
one more thing to
segue.
say.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I think we're getting at to the base of what this problem is. I think it's when people refuse to accept different opinions, they're essentially engaging in thought and speech policing.
Mhm.
Trying to tell you that's not right. This is how it is, and this is why it's right. Right?
Mhm.
It's trying to control and restrict others' freedom to express their views. Basically, I don't know if you feel the same way.
Well, that is happening,
Yeah.
obviously, um, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because there should be you should be able to just share ideas, talk about whatever you believe without getting
Yeah.
upset.
Right.
But it's interesting that those that get more well, not it's everybody on either aisle gets upset.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it's extremes on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
can you read the comment?
I call it Maxine Ryan says I call it sexual confusion. Is that simple? Make and female and people are making up words. I think male and female. She
Yeah,
said
male and
people are
female.
making up
Mhm.
words to normalize their confusion.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's part of it, right? Trying to confuse to tell you what is right, and then the policing of you can't say these words.
Hmm.
You know, I think
So
that's
I
where
think
the
they're being given the words. I don't think people are creating them. I think they're being given the words.
like
obviously,
yeah, yeah,
there's an old man sitting somewhere in a mansion who's devising all these
work
plans.
working for Webster, being like,
Yeah.
what's the next crazy word? Yeah,
So
we might have figured it out. Um,
Well,
let's see.
they're learning the words in these institutions I've heard of called
yeah,
universities.
Like
yeah,
Berkeley.
I,
Maybe.
yeah, probably.
So
Did you want to get
so
into the topics of today before
yeah.
we
Okay,
mention the
yeah.
next deal?
Yeah. So there was a shooting, no, there was a stabbing. Well, there was a threat a few weeks ago, right? And today's
Yeah.
September 16th. They
The
got
threat
that.
was on
Oh yeah.
last Friday.
Okay, it was last Friday. There was a threat at El Centro High School, but they caught the kid. And it's kind of interesting that there was actually threats in Yuma also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they closed a few schools down there.
I don't know if you want to share what
One of the dudes was one of the security guards was telling me. There you go. Breaking, stabbing at Brawley High School. So that's interesting that threat from last week. It had today's date, right?
Yeah,
9/16.
16th.
So do you
But
think there's any possible
that
correlation?
well, that was mentioning shooting. This was actually a
Right.
kid that was fighting, I guess, and then he pulled out a knife to protect himself. That's what
Mhm.
the videos I saw on Rents and
Oh, it
Raves.
was self-defense.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I mean, there was a guy
Because
that
he was
was
a freshman against
yeah,
some sophomores, I think.
yeah, and he was getting up onto the wall, and I guess he pulled out the knife and shanked the guy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But it's interesting that there was a threat that had today's date, and then this happens.
yeah,
You know what
it's
I mean?
ramping up. I mean, you have a point there, right?
So I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of makes you wonder. Okay, then is there like a ring of like students that are like passing emails and stuff?
No, I
Trying
think
to cause terror.
it's this. It's a
It's
lack of a lot of things. I mean, attention to these kids. you know. For me, when I was a kid, I was always open to my mom.
Yeah,
Being able to bring everything that I was happening at school and that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And one of the reasons why I moved, I actually sophomore year I was in Calexico. Junior year I moved to Vincent, and
Hmm.
one of the reasons was because I wanted to be more,
Independent,
not, but
safe.
being looked at and being able to, have a pathway to being able to graduate, because I was a bad kid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't
So
really
you
like homework or nothing
doing
like that.
cocaine? You're
No,
doing cocaine on
no,
top of your
no,
homework? No.
no, not done like that. But only got detention once.
Say no to drugs,
Only
please.
got detention
Yeah.
once. But yeah, I never really liked homework or anything. So my grades slipped a lot. So having the ability to talk to my mom, being like, "Hey, if I go to the continue to going to public, I'm gonna be lost in the system." I'd
Hmm.
rather have someone there, because at Vincent, my aunt was working there, or is working there still. So she helped me to get the classes I need to make sure that I'm gonna be able to
So
graduate.
this is another example of nepotism at work.
Probably.
Oh my gosh, be quiet.
I love when nepotism works on my favor, and then for those that I love.
Yeah. And for me, it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have told my mom. I could have continued being in Calexico High School, potentially getting into gangs and drugs and just things that didn't focus me on school.
Yeah.
But
And I think,
imagine how scared this kid, if it was in self defense, how scared he must have been,
yes,
and
yes.
to feel the
Well,
need to
first of all, why
defend.
in the heck did he have a shanker with him?
Well,
Well,
for
probably why
protection.
he
You
was
know
You
what
know,
I
a
mean?
lot of
Yeah.
kids do that, and their rationale. And I've met many kids, high school age, who say this: "I have a taser in my backpack, or I have
just
a
in
small
case.
knife,
Yeah,
because when I leave school, I have to get home. I have to walk home, and
Hmm.
yeah.
they need it.
Oh
They
my
take it for
goodness.
Need to be
protection."
safe. Yeah,
It's like if they're walking in the middle of the night in LA.
yeah.
Well,
I
we don't
mean,
know. We
but
don't
it
know.
shouldn't be like that. I mean, it's in the broad daylight when you just get out of school. If you feel like you have to carry something as a kid to go to school, then something is way off.
Right.
Like
Well, that's the
something is
thing. They
happening.
don't have that parental supervision
Right, and the
after
the
school.
relationship to be able to talk to the parents too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or
So
they
what?
don't go home right after school.
So what
yeah,
about what can school do about it? I mean, personally, I like the fact that in some like Brawley there was a cop there,
yeah.
right?
They
But in
said
other
that the
Yeah,
schools,
but he got
RSO
there
got there
too
real
late.
fast. Yeah, so
Well,
you
he
know,
got there too late, though.
I think
mm,
that there should be a couple of more officers in each school. But I guess that's going to create another dilemma, right?
yeah,
First of all, why is there cops in school? There shouldn't be cops in school.
yeah. It's such
You know what I
violent.
mean?
Right? Yeah, it shouldn't be that like that in the first place.
It's like
Um,
you go to school and
but
there's
but
like,
but that's culture change, right? We need to change the culture and be able to talk to our kids and make sure we know what that's going on in school. You
hmm
know, it's different right now. We're all in our own little worlds online on TikTok, and
on the podcast right here.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
I know that it changed over time, because before there used to be consequences for kids. They would get a referral, they would get suspended, and
yeah,
now, because of the political climate, the schools don't want to suspend students because they feel it reflects poorly
on
on
the
their
school,
school.
yeah,
And so they cut back drastically on the number of referrals and the appropriate consequences. And
yeah,
so you're seeing a spike in, student
fighting because
student
they know that
fighting.
nothing's gonna happen to them. So right,
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah,
with
yeah.
And I,
Maxine,
It's like is this
Mhm.
slapping the? It's like you do something bad and you get days off from school.
yeah, right,
And also, it's just funny or interesting how Johnny's, they predicted it, right? Because Johnny's Burritos, they put
yeah,
out a statement
I forgot.
about a week ago,
Mhm.
saying that they were going to close their restaurant during lunch because of the increased fighting,
Mhm.
near the
Yeah,
school and in front of their business.
So
yeah,
Johnny Burritos was willing to not sell burritos because of this problem.
yeah. It was so bad that they had to lose money to close.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Yeah,
And that's amazing because no business, I mean, would really be willing to do that.
Maxine says, I took my sons out of this middle school and homeschooled them. They were not being taught the thing that I felt they needed to learn productive citizens, to be productive citizens.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why you go to school to be able to be somebody who adds something to society,
Society. Yeah.
a productive citizen, as Maxine said. So
Mhm.
that leads us to the whole dilemma of Tomas Oliva, one of the most productive
Not Tomas
citizens,
Oliva.
one of the most productive citizens, since we're talking about productivity in the whole Imperial County. Now, I made this clear that I'm not here to bash on Tomas Olivas because I don't know what kind of emotional trauma he was going, or maybe he just had a good time. You know what I mean? Like he just had such a
Or a
good
bad
time.
time.
Well, I don't know, but he was wasted. Do you have that video, Joseph?
Let me
Can we
see.
show the clip?
Obviously. Let's see. Maxine Ryan says, "What a shame. Parents are no longer a part of school planning. Well, they used to be involved in school, not now. I mean, when I was in, I don't know if you guys know, but I dropped out of high school. I had like a 0.59 GPA.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
and I'm kind of, well, I shouldn't say that, but
I
Just
had a bad
I wa-
GPA too.
I was
kind of
not,
glad you did.
I was
aren't
not brainwashed. I mean, I started working right away.
Yeah.
I
I'm
did
gonna
go to a
present
trade school.
here.
I
I've
did go to a trade school, so it's not like I just abandoned education. But oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So this is a little bit of context. This is at the Mardi Gras, February 15th.
Oh,
February.
it was that event.
Yeah, it was at the Mardi Gras in El Centro.
Okay.
So
Back
this
in
is an old clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an old clip. It's not
25th.
recent. It's a few months old. But I guess it was just released. I don't know. I mean, somebody decided to post it. Somebody decided to
Yeah,
look
this
for it.
is
Somebody.
this
Wait,
is
which
looks like
begs the question. Begs the question.
Why?
Wait. Why? Of course, but
I have some theories. We got
okay.
conspiracy corner
It
coming up.
begs the question. Okay, then what? Maybe his mom got pissed at him once, and he's all like, "I'm gonna call the cops and get the video." That's one possibility.
Uh-huh.
Another possibility is the cop got mad at him later on. Another possibility is that the cop told his homeboys or his homegirls, "Hey, guess who was drunk?
Mhm.
Thomas Olives was drunk." So then they're all like, "Oh, well, let's get the footage." Those
Yeah.
are some possibilities.
Or another possibility is somebody doesn't want him to move up the political ladder.
Right.
They have a friend in the PD and they said, "Hey, give me that footage."
That's another possibility.
You're onto something.
For a fee.
So
Right.
I ate at the donor
Well-
shop about every day, and the kid would come in for lunch, and we're good kids. Sad to hear about the stabbing, but I don't think for the most part. Okay, we'll get to that again. Yeah, go ahead, Joseph.
The this video was police what is it called? GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get that as the public,
Right.
right? So me or you could have gotten that.
Oh,
But,
Yeah.
freedom of information now?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But to
Ooh.
know that this happened, not a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
many people would have known.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's either his mom got mad at him once, and she's the one that called the PD,
Yeah.
or that
Don't
that
think
cop,
it was his
or one
mom.
of those cops. There's a couple of cops because there's a cop with the camera and
Yeah.
the cop that we're just looking at.
Right.
Maybe they told some of the friends, and like
Yeah.
Neela said, somebody wants to get like at him.
Yeah.
This guy's gone, dude. Let me talk to him.
This guy's gone, dude.
You going home? Yeah? You're not driving, are you? Please don't drive. Okay? ¿Cómo vas a llegar a tu casa? How are you going to get home?
Okay, he can't even talk. I mean, imagine
Where you live at?
how wasted he is.
Yeah, he's very, very,
So
very
okay, so
Sorry.
I mean, he's so wasted that he shouldn't be out there by himself, right?
no.
Um,
Something may have happened where he separated or something, but to be that way,
yeah.
no, you
Yeah,
gotta be with some
like
friends. or
how
something.
many? I remember when I got more wasted than that. I wasn't even able to walk. It was about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But that was off of moonshine though. And it
Yeah.
was like a cup this big. I don't know if you guys could see a little bit, maybe smaller. And I
Yeah.
just downed it. I downed the whole thing, and I couldn't. I was like hungover for an entire week, and I couldn't even like get up. Like he's
Yeah.
at least up, you know.
I'm gonna
But
keep going.
so you know,
That's-
so what I want
That's
to
how-
know. Oh, you playing?
Did you park over here?
Yeah.
No. You want me to call you a taxi? You have cash on you, so I'll get you a taxi. You can't walk, man.
Just to show what happened at the
I
end.
can't have you walk
Wait,
like that.
wait,
dude.
wait! Don't
Take-
fast
I
forward.
can't have you walk like
Oh,
that.
okay.
No.
You're drunk. If you
Look,
walk
you
like
can't
that, you
even
get
talk.
hit by a car, or you'll fall, someone hits you, robs you.
Yeah.
No,
I can't.
Well, he might also be acting.
There's someone I could call.
No, he's not acting.
Well, yeah. He doesn't want
my mom.
Your mom? You want to call your mom?
He can't even talk.
He can't dial his phone.
Oh my goodness! Look at him. He's about to freaking fall over.
She coming? She answer? Okay.
Hi, mom. Can you pick me up? And then
Okay, let me talk to her.
You couldn't even talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, gracias.
Okay,
You don't have
so
a seat right there, Miss Oliva?
stop it. So I got a few things to say that I think they're important points because this could be a learning situation for not only kids but even adults, right? Because even adults make dumb choices. So why was Tomas Oliva? I'm gonna call him Olives. Why was Thomas Olives alone in such a bad state? I mean, so I'm not here to poke fun of him or make fun of him because I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
But I think important questions need to be asked. For example, where were his friends at? If he was out there, if he was out drinking, I mean, he's a political figure, so I know that he has friends that are in politics.
Yeah. He's president of ECRMC right now.
So I know that he's not going to be out there drinking by himself. So let's say you
no.
and I, Joseph, were out there, the Polly's having a beer, right? And then you're like, oh, give me another beer. Oh, give me another beer. Oh, give me a mezcal. Are you guys, am I there?
You're good.
Okay, because, okay. And then you're, oh, give me another one. Give me another one. And before you know it, you know, you're like, you can't walk.
Like
and then I'm like, oh, damn. Oh, my, Joseph can't even, I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave.
Later, Joseph.
You know what I mean? And then
I'm not gonna dip out and leave you right after all that.
And then you come out and rants and raves. Oh, Joseph was over here butt naked on Fourth
on Adams Avenue.
He was saying he was seeing God. He was seeing God.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Totally.
I mean, I don't know what happened. Maybe they got in a fight. You know, maybe he got so
Yeah.
drunk that he started like saying things that, you know, his friends just left. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that he was not by himself, and I'm pretty sure that he was with more than one friend. So I want to know where were his friends at, because if he was with friends
What if I left you?
Well, I would have divorced you, man. You know what I mean? You're like, you're a freaking
Judge
piece of
me
shit.
forever.
You're not a good friend. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want friends that are not going to like be there for you when you know, in a vulnerable situation?
Yeah, leave you out in the woods to fend for yourself.
Yeah, because what is that? Bell Bonds? Do you know where that's at? That's in El Centro, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that on 8th Street?
Probably, yeah. But if it's in El Centro, I think it is in El Centro. It's a really bad
Area
to be out there drunk. You could get freaking mugged. You could get, you know, robbed. You could get hurt. Somebody could come and stab you real quick.
Yeah. Well, homeless everywhere, right? They could see you with a nice glasses, a watch or something. They want to rob you.
Leather jacket.
Yeah. So, you know, to me, that's a big deal because, you know, I'm not here making fun of him. I'm asking. He is a public figure, you know, so.
There's a lot of. We didn't get very much answers with this video, but we got a lot more questions.
Right, exactly. You know, like, well, for me, you know, what kind of friends leave you alone in the state of drunkenness?
Yeah.
I know that if I have a friend and he's out drinking, you know, and he gets so drunk, I won't do that. Just leave him like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, Um, I don't know if he was out with friends and he left them. I would like reconsider my friends. That would just
Yeah.
be.
For me, I think it was a good call by the police to help him in that state that he was in.
I mean,
Yes, it's
I
true
mean,
that he got run
because
over.
it is a misdemeanor, right? What
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what people
So
have been saying. And I look at it this other way.
yeah,
Let's put
yeah.
this in perspective. If we're gonna do that for Thomas, let's
That's what I was gonna
let's
say.
do that for other people. If
That's what I
they're
was gonna
out,
say.
and help them home. You know?
That's what I. Well, wait. I was gonna say this. I was gonna say this. Because okay, the. I mean, I don't know if the cop knew Thomas.
Hmm.
Probably 'cause he's a
Oh
public
yeah, he's
figure.
councilman.
Likely did, yeah.
Yeah,
So
of
it could be
course.
like it could be. Oh, what is he getting? Like favoritism? What is he just
It might be
getting?
perceived that way. I mean, I kind
Yeah,
of viewed it that way when I
Because if I was out there drunk, I'll probably get a ticket.
yeah,
exactly.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
So, but I don't know. I thought the cops were nice, and you could look at it different ways. Like you said, if they're gonna do that, but then okay, everybody's not gonna get a ticket, so let's go out there and get drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are you thinking,
So,
Neela?
I'm thinking that the police's job is to protect and serve,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, there's not enough resources, not enough
Oh yeah.
cops to be able to do this for everyone. So, to me, obvious favoritism, but a one-time favor. If
well, how
Yeah.
do you know it was the first time?
well, I'm saying by the cop, or the cops.
Well, you don't know if the cop is like the third time that he gives him a break.
Right. Well, I'm assuming. So,
Hmm.
but I think, once it becomes known, they can't keep doing favors like this
Well,
Yeah.
obviously
all the
not.
time.
Yeah. Because if it was another guy that was a little rowdy, oh, they would take him straight to jail,
Exactly.
not have to deal with them. So, yeah, I see people's points. Final de
I,
cuentas,
yeah.
I think it was overall good that they helped them. But set the precedent. You got to keep going and do that to others. So,
Yeah, but as far as the timing of this release,
oh yeah,
definitely politically motivated, to
yeah,
show a character flaw.
yeah. Here's where we're at. Conspiracy corner. That was a good segue because so we know a couple facts. We know that Thomas was has been part of the Democratic Party of Imperial County for
Mhm.
since 2014, right? That's 10 years. So he didn't start and automatically become city council, right? He worked up, he eventually got enough votes to then get to the top. So fact two, he announced his candidacy for assembly, I think in December of 2023, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
really?
Yeah. And
Interesting. Against Joy Luke, against Joy Acuna
Acuna.
and Jeff and Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
And the what's it called? The Reese campaign also had him. They were there. He was being used as the campaign manager or something like that.
You mean
Uh,
you mean
Lowell
Congressman
Reese.
Reese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in I think January 2024 he left because he
Mm,
had announced his candidacy, so
mm.
he had to work on that, right? So I don't know what happened since there, but since then we know. Fact number three. He had a couple posts on Facebook. I don't know if you want. I'll bring that up for you.
Mhm.
But there were,
He hasn't added me as a friend yet.
yeah,
Oh, me neither.
there was a couple of posts on there.
Yeah.
They had about
Yeah.
200 comments on there,
Hmm.
and they were going hard.
Really?
Yeah, and this was early on. I think February 7th.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
he was campaigning a lot. That's what you mean?
Yeah. So he announces and then he posts. I think some of the posts were also, how do you call it? They were what you did. They were advertised or
Mm. Right. They were paid advertisement.
paid advertisements.
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of people got the post on their feed,
Hmm.
and that's where people went after him there. Uh, I don't know if you want to open up. Let me share it.
Oh, let me.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
So this one right here, he shows that to vote for him, and you can see 232 comments. Um, February 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So this was early on before this whole video happened, right? So
Solano, Tomas Olivas. Let me say. Tomas Olivas, you forgot to mention your.
their election of responsibility and
Yeah.
accountability to the citizens of Imperial County and the financial crisis on ECRMC on your watch and the other board members. You guys kept quiet until the truth came out. Now we all know that you're disgusting and
Oh my
disgraceful service.
goodness, the Solano's going
Goes
hard.
he goes hard. But
So I'm
yeah, there
gonna.
was there was tons and tons of comment of
Yeah.
stuff.
Show another one. Oh, what is that? Your wig, sir. Uh, damn, they're. Oh my god, Olivas. You want to show some of Maribel Padilla on here? We should have Maribel Padilla on here.
No, she puts too many bad words. No words.
Yeah. No, we just have to
But-
kick her out.
We need the sensors.
Here's an employee. As an employee of ECRMC, I see you, Martin Keys, stepping stone of the future career. Why don't you stick around and solve the hospital problems before you jump in a bigger pond? It's a lot easier to wash your hands from the problem than try to solve them. Why don't you wait around and prove your loyalty?
Mm.
No
So-
way.
So he probably saw all this stuff going on. I mean, we see it, right?
You think? But was that back in February?
And he needed to go out for a drink.
Oh, that was 20 weeks ago.
February 7th.
Oh, that happened like in February
Before.
15.
February 25th.
When
Oh.
the video then came out. So
Interesting. So
I don't know if you want to
that-
infer from anything from that, but
but do you think that this would like lead him to kind of like do that and try to like get drunk off of that, like as a way to escape?
I think I can infer of the information that I've given. The support he got maybe once he announced his candidacy, maybe he didn't think was as strong it was going to be.
Mhm.
Because he did work with Raul.
Right.
And he probably thought that maybe I'm gonna get that free push or something, and maybe they didn't go with that person for a reason, and they went with someone else.
Mm.
Right? That guy is now running against Jeff Gonzalez. So
Joey.
there's Joey. So
Joey just
there's
came out of nowhere.
No, he's been in Coachella for all his life.
but he was the prodigal child chosen by Eduardo.
He was birthed from.
Yeah.
He was birthed from Eduardo's.
What would he come out of? Exact,
He was birthed from Eduardo's cervix.
but it would be an exact, right? Like
Right.
Um,
This is all. Figure.
they rented a uterus. That's
This
what
is
happened.
all. Figures of speech.
Yeah, they
not-
obviously
it's not-
never had that
it's not-
technology
it's not-
back in
it's
the day.
It's not literal. This
Yeah.
is just. I'm not saying
Hyperbolic.
Wow.
Hyperbolic. Oh
No,
my goodness.
that's different. But yeah,
Well, that's
so
interesting. So
that-
you think that he got sad because they chose Joey Acuna?
that's my conspiracy corner.
I would have gotten
thinking.
sad. Yeah, I felt like that was a snub as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
for
I
sure.
would have said, you know what? I'm gonna go with Jeff Gonzalez now. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really find a point in getting drunk like that.
Well,
That's just me. You know, I don't. I have maybe one beer and then that's it. But anyways,
but see, okay, in politicians' defense, they sometimes do have to go to high stress meetings and they have a fast paced schedule and then they have to do dinner with this person, lunch with that person. They're accustomed to drinking a lot.
Yeah,
They have to have meetings and then they drink and they
so what you're saying is that politicians are a bunch of drunkards.
is that what
you're
I'm saying?
Well, that's exactly what you're
Um,
saying. Well,
I'm
Donald Trump doesn't drink.
A political figure, good for him.
Donald Trump doesn't drink, and he
Some
was
political
a president.
figures, That's true. Some political figures, they have to. They don't have to. I'm sorry. I take it back. They do because their job is so high pressure, and so that's how they have learned to de-stress.
They should learn to distress by going to the gym.
That's what I always say.
Hmm. And eating
But
vegetables
yeah,
and going on the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
and
That's what
going
I'm
taking
saying.
their dogs on a walk.
Hmm.
To each his own.
Yeah.
No, they need to go to the gym.
But see, what
Mm.
if they don't have time? They think
Yeah.
a drink is a little quicker.
Everybody, if you have time to go waste a bunch of time talking about what you, because when you're in politics, you get with the you. It's like I was talking to Mr. Solano, and if you're listening to this, Mr. Solano, I'm not talking smack or anything, but
Hello.
like I was talking to Mr. Solano last Saturday, right? And and it's like the same comment, always the same comments, like AB 918,
Yeah.
water issues. You know what I mean? So
Blah blah
it's
blah blah
like
blah.
it's you could probably take a few days off and go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, because you already know when you meet the homies again, you already know what you're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Homeless samurai is going after you in the comments.
Who? Me?
Ooh, can
Yeah.
I see? Can I see?
Carlos Duran, no offense, but it doesn't
But it
look
doesn't.
like. Woo, homeless samurai. Hey, homeless
Wow.
samurai. Hey, at least I have a
Wow.
house.
Wow. What?
Go.
Let's see. I can't see you got a double chin. Oh, at least I have a house, homeless samurai. Let me see. Still Trump 2024.
It's too funny.
I'm pretty sure that homeless samurai is a little chubby himself.
Yeah.
How do you
I'm pretty sure
know?
he has no neck. I predict that homeless samurai is a bit chubby around the waist and has no neck.
Show your face, homeless
Yeah,
samurai.
yeah. I mean, you're invited to come on here and reveal yourself. Reveal your majestic,
Beauty?
your majestic beauty. Let me see. I just sent
Invitation?
the invitation from homeless samurai.
Ooh.
I hope that he's not a homeless samurai here in Calexico. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, next
I,
topic.
I actually live in Slab City.
Be quiet.
Let me see. So no, I shouldn't have him on because then he's gonna ruin the podcast.
Either ruin
Next
it.
topic.
Just kidding. Next
Yeah.
topic is the assassination attempt. Do you think that Donald Trump is? Do you think that there's a possibility that it's a marketing strategy
Oh,
to become
well,
president?
That this is a political strategy.
Both assassination attempts.
I mean,
Or
people
do you
can
think
make
that
that argument.
you think
Yeah.
that did happen?
It depends. Also, people can make the stronger argument depending on who investigates, right? Because the thing that I was hearing right now that Ron DeSantis was making as an argument was that the same people who are prosecuting Trump on the files that he had at Mar-a-Lago are the same people who are going to investigate the shooting, the second shooting, or the
So
second
so
attempted,
they're gonna debunk it.
right? So I mean, so he's I guess he's putting in his play to be able to say, well, the
Mhm.
state is going to control this and the feds can control that,
Hmm.
something like that. I guess that was the issue that people were coming up with. But as far as a political strategy, uh, I really I would say no, because it's if it were to be found out that he had done something to, like you can get this information and show like he was working with Trump or the team or whatever, it would look really bad and people will lose faith in him.
well, I just think it's weird. It's always a lone shooter. They always put their thoughts on social media.
Yeah.
It just seems way too convenient.
Yeah. There was videos of this guy before talking about Ukraine or going into recruiting people for the Ukraine war. I mean, he was a nut, like little nut, like one of those people. I've met in this recall thing. I've met a couple people that you would be able to say that they're a nut, where they're just conspiracies all day and just but what if they're doing this, and that kind of person is very very frightening to be around. And that could be what was going on.
What do you think, Carlos?
Well, considering what the Democrat Party and the left is, and the left, considering how they conduct the media and how they persuade public opinion and how they call him a Nazi, and how they make him seem like this evil villain. I mean, you have experienced, Nila, here in Calexico, and you too, Joseph.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
I witnessed it also. This vitriol from the left. I mean, I'm pretty sure that some in the right, some in the extremist right, they could act a fool also. Yeah. But I've experienced it. I've seen it where there's this unjustifiable anger towards, that it is created by politics,
Yeah.
And it's like I do think that political fervor that is coming down from above to divide the people and to make us fight, it could affect certain people in such a way that they would try to do something like that.
Yeah.
Try to do like an assassination attempt?
Yeah, they would get so, like, for example, when that I don't know if somebody paid that lady.
Brainwashed.
In 2016, remember when Donald Trump was elected, and this lady was like, "No."
It's on our thumbnail.
Oh, right. You know what I mean? Like,
that one, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah. It goes both ways.
It almost seems like somebody paid her to do that.
Yeah, it goes both ways, but
I do have a friend. He was telling me that he cried when Donald Trump was elected because he thought it was the end of the world.
He thought it was the end of the world,
yeah.
And it was fine.
Wow.
So public opinion is heavily influenced by the media.
Yeah. Right? Here, let me show you a video. Maybe it will change some people's minds.
The meme. I don't know what you're talking about, Homeless Samurai.
Yeah, I think it was a meme. What you were the lady
the one that that one.
No.
This is an interesting video that keeps coming up on Twitter to remind people of when we say the rhetoric.
Generous.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
Someone has to come out alive.
Oh my goodness.
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be. That you cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy.
Wait, stop. You see, she's talking about you cannot be civil. Man, she's in her nice house in her nice mansion. And she wants.
I don't want to mention how many bodies, but how many bodies?
So that's possibly true.
It's half. Watch, let's just keep going. Hold on.
What you care about.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
President Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
What did she say?
To wring her neck.
Oh my goodness, these.
I mean, they're if you can get a clip for all the things that Trump
Angry
says,
liberals.
there's probably a lot.
From
But
Berkeley.
when they say, "Oh, it never comes on our side," that's when I'm like, no, because I can admit that there is some on the right. If we can admit that, you can admit that there's some crazy on that side.
So, isn't that inciting violence? That's what they're
is
doing.
it?
They're inciting. Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's our freedom of speech, right? It's
Yeah,
being
but
able to say what we want, but-
they're actually inciting violence.
right.
They're
That's
telling people to
where-
go out there and be violent.
Yeah, that's
That
where
is-
we need to look at where the line is, right?
And that is, and this is not because I've seen this already before, but this is like when Donald Trump, during his first presidency, right? During his first presidency,
Yeah.
right?
You want to keep going, or
Yeah, go ahead.
We go low, we kick. Please get up in the
Hey, wait.
face of some Congress people.
Yes.
It was that guy's name?
Hakeem?
No, that guy. I forgot about that guy.
Hakeem Jeffries?
That's not Hakeem Jeffries.
No, I think it is.
No,
Or
no.
Cory Bush?
No, he was running for president too, I think.
No,
Yeah, I forgot, but I recognize him. Anyways, just play it.
Please get up in the face of some Congress people.
Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
What the heck? Kamala and the Democrats are the party of violence.
So that was just like, whoa. And I did one like that for a certain politician. And
Oh yeah, show it.
You want to see that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We have a few videos of them too.
Let me show it again.
I wonder what politician.
Yeah, I wonder.
No, not him.
Who?
I don't hate anyone. I was raised in a way that is a heart full of love.
Oh my goodness, they're burning a Trump flag?
Yeah, so that was in 2016, and he was, staunch anti-Trump, right, since the beginning. So, their burning flag. I mean, what if they had seen us burning a LGBT flag?
Mm-hmm.
What would they call us?
Well, they would call
They
you.
would have lost it.
Oh yes,
They would have called the cops.
Yeah. So let's keep.
They would have
going.
called the cops on you.
I put a song on there. I don't know if you're gonna get copyrighted, so we'll put it down so you're not
Okay.
hearing it. Rip sign. One of their supporters did an anonymous video and
Was it Calexico rat?
Oh my goodness.
peeing on our sign.
Who was peeing on your sign?
One of their supporters did an
Not
anonymous post.
Calexico rat. Not Calexico rat. Was he? Did you
I don't
collect
know.
that? Did you collect that DNA?
I don't know where it was. They just ripped it off and threw it
Do
away.
you still have that poster?
No.
So we could go
Here-
and collect the DNA.
Here was a post that Raul had posted saying, who took out the sign? Was it Lemon? Lemon was the one
Yeah,
that
Rebecca Limon.
that
Rebecca
went
Limon.
after him. He was trying to pin it.
Mhm.
And then there was in this comments there was a girl that supposedly was well, I can't believe that it's talking about another person, like not even talking about the actual
Mhm.
stuff that Raul's talking about. This is we had a recall rally in the beginning.
Wait. Homeless Samurai says, did Raul steal that purse? Like, I really want to know. What is he talking about? I remember
Have
a
Louis
post.
Vuitton purse.
I remember a post about that he went to the remate, right?
Yeah, so
But
supposedly
these are all
that-
allegations.
Yeah, these are allegations.
Allegedly.
These are
Allegedly.
third party told by us from people who were there.
I don't think he would steal a purse. I don't think.
Supposedly he was going to buy one from her. He took a picture, left it supposedly. Then later on, and a week later, said, "I don't have the money. I'm gonna have to cancel that order from you." So, I think that's what happened.
Oh, and I've heard he's done the similar things.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it
I'll
was.
be a defender.
I think the thing of the stealing, I think that was understood incorrectly. It was more of that he was going to pay for it, but then decided not to. I think people exaggerated more than it was, maybe. But yeah.
So play the video.
Okay. So this was the recall rally that we put on, and he got all his supporters to come and protest. There he is, basta la corrupción. It was a good video. And then when we saw there's this Black Lives Matter organizer in Imperial Valley, his name is Hilton Smith. Hilton Smith we used to know him before. I mean, he used to come to the office and do taxes and stuff. So he came into the building. We knew that he was a Raul supporter, loved him very much, and was trying to intimidate us a little bit, trying to act like, what the heck is going on here, you know? So we call the police and tell them, hey, please escort this man. This man does not want to leave our premises. We have an actual private event. He's not allowed in here. And he goes on to say that there was a racist overtone and a waste of police resources for a black man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He used the race card.
Yeah, pretty much. And then here we have John Moreno. I think you'd know this.
Mr.
Hila.
Calexico.
What did he say?
So he was given principal. How long was it ago? I think last year.
A year and a half ago. Yeah.
Year and a half. Very much well liked, like Neela said, in this community. Cool guy. If you ever talk to him, he's awesome. But we had a person right there on the bottom put a thumbs down.
Okay, let me read it. Danny Flores Preciado.
And Danny Flores Preciado is this person.
Oh.
Is
That's
she
her?
familiar or what?
Is she? That's
Why would she put a
Manzanares.
thumbs down?
Because she's just a hater of everything. I don't know. Like,
Because
this girl.
I'll tell you why. Because Mr. Calexico is a vivid example of the patriarchy and of the masculine
Like
spirit.
masculinity, actual masculinity.
Masculinity emanates from that man.
Yeah.
Oh, not the masculinity.
I wish he was my uncle.
I wish he was
And
my
then-
dad.
And then the one that you were wondering about, Carlos, this one, watch. Oh no, this is when this picture was downtown when the street was still closed. There was a lot of these homeless that were coming by
Wait.
and had all this trash around them.
Wait,
It was
wait,
just
wait.
killing and smoking meth
Wait.
there.
Hey, look at the comment.
Yeah. This is so Schneider is a supporter of the recall.
Okay. No, I'm talking about. Look at the comment I posted. Hold on.
Okay.
This is, by the way, a little birdie told me that apparently Raul got mad with the Facebook page that is called Mujeres with the Voice because he's not a woman.
Probably.
Okay, so
I guess maybe that was probably a
That's
jab at him.
subjective reality, or is it
right.
objective?
It's not subjective.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jose Arturo Schneider. Oh my God, what kind of name is that? Like, is he Mexican? Is he white? What is that? What's going on?
Probably has a little white in him, but Mexican.
Ahí está, the way he's
Mostly
writing.
Yeah.
Ahí está su progreso y la gente está firmando. Let's go Rika, this clown. Then he says, esto está podrido. Ay, Ureña lo hizo. Tú estás podrido del cerebro mentiroso. Esto es un Photoshop.
So that person is not Raul. That's
Raul Oreña Raggio.
That is his dad. So his dad was known as Mr. Photoshop.
Oh, we have some stories about that man.
Mr. Photoshop, why?
Because of this, it's like obviously not because people were there taking that photo. Why would they?
Oh,
Photoshop
right.
it? You know,
Oh,
like,
he's
I
a
had a-
liar. I've
Yeah.
met him on several occasions, and
Yeah.
he
You
always
want to
has a
expound?
lie handy.
Would you like to expound on one of those occasions?
Well, yeah.
Go
I
for it.
tried to
When the time is right.
when
or
the
right
time
now.
is right. Not right
Or
now.
Okay. No, it's up to you if you want to. Go ahead.
No, it's just little, tricky things. Let's say you go up to him and you ask him a question in English. That man will pretend not to understand
Talk
you.
to me in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Talk to me in Spanish.
But then he wants
And-
he wants to be a board member for Heffernan, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you hear him asking questions
in English.
and it's just so
Yeah.
fake. I mean,
Yeah.
I fake. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say.
Yeah. So that was that, and then one more, I think. Yeah. So this was the post that I was telling you about a while ago.
Mhm.
What he says. You want to read that?
Is
Go for it.
las mujeres. Oh no, wait. Okay. Las mejores guerreras de mi pueblo no paludo. The best Mexican.
Oh,
What?
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Las mejores guerreras. Oye, guerras. Güeras.
I
Is
thought
it-
he meant to say güeras, but you're
Oh,
right.
okay.
You're right. It's guerreras.
No, it is güeras.
No, because then he says warriors.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Mexican
no.
warriors.
Ok. Las
You were right.
mejores güeras de mi. Oh, ok. Las mejores guerreras de mi pueblo no paludo. The best Mexican warriors of my border community.
And if you know what no paludo is,
Oh my
it is
Wait, but that's not how he meant it. Hey, wait, that's not how he meant it.
No. We know what he was talking about.
Nah.
No, we don't. We do. We
No,
do.
okay, no, because he called himself a nopaludo too, no? That he's like a nopal enterrado en la tierra de Calexico. Nunca lo vas a sacar.
He feels like
You will never take him out, Joseph. You will never be able to get rid of Urania. You will never be able to get rid of him.
No me quitas.
But that sounds exactly like him.
Hey, do you really think that he meant that?
Oh, he meant it. All
You
right.
think that's the way that he meant it?
That he has double speak a lot. If you really
think so?
pay attention to him,
Yeah.
you kind of understand what he's really meaning and things. So when he said this, a lot of people were like, "Wow, oh no, thank you." Maybe one day, homeless.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness! Well, that is crazy if he's actually like that.
But yeah, very interesting. It was
Like if he meant that with with that vitriol of calling them that, like pretty much dumb. That's what he's calling them.
yeah, like I'm in a sea of idiots and nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's like, no,
You think
this is
that
not how it works.
you think that he really embraces that? Like
The way he speaks to people, even as a young kid, when I saw him, he was very condescending and
that's
very,
like his alter ego.
yeah, he's like talking down, like I can't believe people are like this. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's the same. That's the same spirit that Batani has.
Yeah.
That's the same spirit that Daniela has. That's the same spirit that Manzanares have.
Yeah.
Also, if Manzanares is listening to me right now, you are invited to this podcast. I have many questions, and I would treat you with respect. Okay, so look. So
Okay.
I had a chance to speak with the great Manzanares, right? And
You did?
yeah, I spoke to
Oh,
him.
no,
at length.
Where Manzanares to
Yeah, we
you?
we ended up drunk like olivas.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
But no, I think it'll be an interesting conversation. If Urenia or Lee or Batani would love to come on here, like talk. I mean, I would love to have a conversation because I don't like to like debate or argue, or I would just like listen, you know what I mean? Listen, and then if I have a question, you know what I mean? Maybe maybe they could convert me to their Marxist ways. I don't know,
Yeah.
But-
Or have like a different opinion like Neil has been having.
Mhm.
Right? As a co-host. Maybe we're not thinking of something that could come on and bless us with their presence, right?
So maybe maybe they could convert you to their Marxist ways.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll be
Virtual guest?
okay. So what was I gonna say?
Maybe.
Okay, I had a conversation with the great Manzanares,
Yeah.
and yeah, he gave me those vibes like like I'm an idiot and he's the great and he's smarter
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah, you don't know what
And-
you're doing.
And
Well, the
and,
thing is,
and
they think they're the only ones who ever went to college.
you
I don't know
need.
why they think that.
I went to National University, a university with no football team, but
Yeah, and I'm a dog, and I went to Berkeley. Who cares?
no, I did not go to National University.
But
Okay.
yeah,
At this
Well,
point,
my point is,
yeah.
lots of people have
Anyways,
a college degree. They're
I
not
went
the
to
only
YouTube
one.
University. I went to YouTube University. I went to Tony Robbins' meetings, like 100 of them. You know what Tony Robbins is?
Yeah.
the one from the Pooh Bear.
And he had me walk on. He had me walk on fire on coals of fire. So I'm
Oh
educated.
yeah.
I paid $1,000 to burn my feet.
Did we want to bring up that Batani video?
Yeah. Bring it up. Oh, the one. Oh, yeah. Now is the time for you to clarify yourself and defend yourself, Joseph.
Oh man,
because they are taking your words out of context, and it's.
I didn't really want to say anything, but it's cool that
No, you gotta stand up. Stand up for yourself, Joseph. Stand up.
No, she's a fan of you and me. I think
Oh,
that's
she
what it
is. Oh, we got a fan.
Yeah.
Finally.
Hi, Batani.
Finally.
Hi, Batani. We are privileged. We are happy that you are a fan.
Okay.
I wonder if Calexico listened. Hey, Calexico, if you're listening to this, you should come on this podcast.
All right.
Okay, don't get nervous because they're gonna put you on rants and raves. Okay.
Oh, is that me? Oh my god.
I've been on there before.
Okay.
I sound so
Why
sexy.
were Ureña and Manzanares said to be recalled? What were the specific grievances against them?
I think some people want to know.
Yeah. Okay. So
was it because was it because he wore heels? Oh no! I'm just asking.
People want to think that I have a good comeback for that.
Yeah.
There was a few people that were racist that were supporting the recall, but not all people in the recall were racist.
Did you just admit that? Oh my god!
No, that's true. It's true.
Wait a minute, Joseph. Racist against who? Because I thought we were all Mexican here. Mexican.
Well, you know what it is, like that sort of, transphobic, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's some, right? There's people in life like that, right? That to support the recall, yes. I'm not gonna deny that there isn't that.
So that what does have to do with anything? I mean, that's exactly what it is. There's people in the recall that were transphobic and racist. Yes, you have in this election, right? You're gonna have sexists against women who don't want to vote for Kamala.
Okay,
And
but
sexist-
please, okay, so we already know that. Now jump to the other side, because so they won't cut this one out too.
What do you mean? But here's the thing: it's like you're not going to be able to win over these dummies.
They're not.
They're gonna remain dummies.
They're not dummies. Don't call them dummies. They have college degrees
because they think we're all dummies. Here's the reality: they think that we're all dummies. It's like they can't admit to certain things. But when we catch them on those hypocrisies, they have no answer. So they resort to these things of, oh well, see, it's obvious. Look,
It's obvious you're homophobic.
Yeah,
So-
it's like that's not what I was saying at all.
So the point that Joseph was making was that there's a little bit of everything in every culture, in every group, and wherever you go. So that's what he
To
was
classify everybody as transphobic and racist, I think it's a little excessive.
That's called the fallacy of generalizing.
Yes. And I've been in my personal life, I've been trying to stop that because I know you get into it.
I don't get into it.
Oh no, homeless. Actually, this person is actually very nice to me. That's why we're actually inviting her, because I feel that we can potentially let her know that this is not the person who you think it is.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. I was talking about the other comment. He's saying
So
they don't
he's
reply
talking
your
about-
comments.
okay.
Yeah.
You're wrong, Joseph. When they don't reply your comments and they block, is when you have beat them in an argument.
Yeah, I agree with that. But this person is I'm we're still talking. I told her to join today, and I didn't see her today.
Oh,
Maybe
but
she'll watch
Batani?
it later. Yeah,
Batani? Oh, cool. Okay,
I
maybe she
sent
has a
it.
crush on you. Is she
No,
married?
she's married. Yeah, she's a
Oh,
kid.
okay.
You're fair.
Um,
Okay.
but to
So
have these discussions is what I wanted,
Because
right?
you kind of,
I was,
because you kind of look like Steven Seagal.
you know who,
Steven Seagal.
you know
not
who, what
kinda.
people used to
Not
tell me
twin.
at work because of my long hair and the beard.
Yeah,
I used to
What?
look like Escobar.
Escobar.
Yeah,
Nuh-uh.
Pablo.
Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo. They'd be like Pablo. I'm like, God, stop. But yeah,
Wow.
it
Lucky.
go. No, it's a bunch of carrilla. But yeah, I don't know how
So,
you feel. Do you feel like that?
so okay. Um, I think that of course they're gonna take it out of context
Yeah.
because they're looking for anything to latch on, and they're not gonna listen to the entire context of the point that you were making. Why? Because all they want to do is get elected, and all they want to do is make you look bad. Not me, because you don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
They want to make you look bad. They want to make your mom look bad. They want to make whoever you guys support look bad. So
Yeah.
they're looking for anything, And you mentioned, and you, he
Yeah.
said racist. He admitted it. Look, he's even admitting it. He doesn't care. He's shameless. They're shameless.
Yeah.
But the context of everything was that the simple point was that, hey, there probably are some of that people in our group, but that's
I
not
would never deny it.
but that's not the spirit behind it.
Yeah. Which
You know what
on
I
their
mean?
side, they would deny that there's ever races on the
So,
Democrat side.
talking about racism, and this is something that this is for Maribel Padilla and all of them, because, for example, Maribel Padilla is big on, and I'm not trying to make fun. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or try to be, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being for real. This is what it. No, I'm not. This is not even what I believe. This is the reality. That one of the most racist institutions in America is that of abortion. It's
I see that point.
it's eugenically driven. That's what it is.
Low income.
It's most of the Planned Parenthoods are where?
Low income areas.
They're not in freaking rich neighborhoods, right?
No, obviously
So-
they're not gonna be up in the hills in the LA. Yeah.
It and then when you look at I like to use the word spirit, right? When you look at the spirit behind something,
Yeah.
like the intention, the motivation, they what politicians or not even, well, yeah, maybe some, but these things are coming, like these ideas are coming down from below. I think Nila was telling me earlier. I don't know if it was in this conversation or another conversation we're having, but like these, or like the topics of gender, like this whole gender, there's many genders.
The ideas.
They're coming from on top, from like
different source.
they're coming from like somewhere, like from this old man sitting in a mansion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like, and they fall on us, and they make us. But the way that they're spun in such a way. Oh, I have the right to kill my own offspring.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They're giving me the power to eliminate my own offspring. Let's vote for these people.
Yeah. Oh, the mistake that I made. Oh, I can reverse that, and it can never happen.
Right. So instead of and of course we're not gonna say what the true intention is, which I believe it's population control, right? I think that's the same thing with the whole Rona situation that happened recently, that we just came out of.
Yeah.
So there's like, we got to look beyond, and maybe because there's bad situations that happen, to women. I'm not gonna say that doesn't happen, there's unfortunate situations that happen, but I think that by and large, I think that's a small percentage. I mean, I don't have any numbers, but I don't have any numbers in front of me, but I would say that's a small percentage.
I think
And
we can also use like philosophy.
Yeah.
The one argument that a lot of people pose is like, okay, let's say if you have that same woman that's pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Would you allow her to drink and smoke cigarettes and drink
Well, of
alcohol?
course not. It's like kind of
No.
like the friends that leave you out there to freaking drive, drinking,
But
drinking,
she's
drive.
allowed to do whatever she wants with her body, no?
Right, but it's not good for the baby.
Okay,
Because
so
it's
why
not even-
abortion? What's the difference with abortion now?
Well, yeah,
it's your
not-
body, but it's not a good thing.
But the thing is, like, it's a body within a body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, you're drinking. You can do whatever you want with your body.
Right. I guess they should allow women to drink, right? That are pregnant.
Right. Right. You should be able to support it and
So-
promote it too.
So
I
the
mean, that's what
argument
we're
is
doing.
so the argument is fallacious at the root. So
yeah.
You know, but what I wanted to bring out is that like if you look at Margaret Sanger and what she believed,
yeah,
and you know, because Democrats and those on the left tend to cry racism, racism, racism when they themselves embrace something that is naturally, it's like you cannot get any more racist than that. That's like you don't want a certain population to expand,
Yeah.
to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
And
that's like that's I mean, and if you could prove me wrong, I mean, well then maybe prove me wrong, Joseph. But
No, it's very true because a lot of what people or the meme community argue about that is to say, well, let them do it. There's going to be over time less Democratic people, right, who are being birthed. It's going to be all, you know, Republican people because that's the people who have the families and keep the families and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And so it's just an interesting way to think about it, because it's just there's no logic to these things. They don't have any. That's why, for example, Manzanares, when he's going off on people about, you know, oh, the city did this and this is why it was wrong or whatever. Have you heard him say anything about his platform, about what he's going to try to push or anything?
well, yeah, he's trying to push like these high-rise parking lots now.
But like the actual plan, like just saying it is fine. You could
Mhm.
say like, oh, I want everyone to have $1 million.
Right.
That's essentially what he did. He got $1 million for a certain amount of people, right?
Mhm.
But necessarily, how are you going to get it done,
Mhm.
right? He has none. He has nothing to work on, right? He has no substance, because if you were to know his true intentions,
Mhm.
it would be something very crazy that you would not want to vote for,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
Well, obviously,
like
that is exactly why Kamala Harris avoided the whole abortion question with Donald Trump, right? And not only that, but you caught it whenever he brought up the whole green energy, like fracking. She's against fracking. She denied that too.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Homeless. Okay, let's read Homeless Samurais. Let's include him.
I think the last. Not the
Okay,
one
okay,
from
well,
the-
okay. Let's start from here. Hey, it's okay to be drunk. Just do it in your house. Like I do it.
I think
not
we
in
did
the-
that. It was 8:06. You ever play the game shot?
What is this?
That
You ever play the game? You ever play the game? Take a shot every time Raul did something idiotic in the meetings.
Oh man, we'll be drunk in like 2 minutes. No. We were thinking about doing that for the Trump and Kamala debate, but we're gonna have to think about it better
Yeah,
and have like
I
a
don't-
little list or something.
I don't drink anymore.
No.
No, Saturday I felt like I had one beer and I didn't feel good. I mean, I was dehydrated all day, like to begin
Yeah.
with. So then I just felt really bad.
Yeah.
And anyways, I'd rather
Next
not.
one.
And like I don't have to drink to have fun. Like that's just me. Because then I don't want to be like Tomas Olivas. Like
Yeah. Homeless says normally a racist never admits to be a racist. Yep.
That's true.
The most who have to cover for themselves, the loudest that speak, are the most that have shit wrong with them. You know. Well, some couple need to learn how to keep their legs closed so they don't have kind of problems. Yeah, that's the not having any mistakes in their lives and
For the
being able to
abortion.
remove them. Yeah. Racism is everywhere. It's not something created by the white man. Same in slavery. Yes, I know a lot of uncles. My dad, paz descanse, was a little, but that's just because the time that they were in, right?
Wait, say that again.
My dad was a little like he would
Oh, really?
say, yeah, he would say some offhanded stuff, but that's just the way he was growing up, you know.
Hmm.
And that's why you have different generations to change. And
Mhm.
I mean, who are the guys think built Rome or the pyramids? Who do we think built Rome or the pyramids?
Well, the pyramids were built clearly by Jews because if
Yeah.
you read the Bible and the Book of Exodus, they were actually slaves to the Egyptians, and they had them build
Yeah.
freaking bricks out of straws or something like that.
I think I've heard one
It's not
thing
the aliens.
about the pyramids, how you know how they were so heavy or whatever. That usually that something like frequencies and sound was able to move stuff, monolithic stuff. That supposedly like the headstone is
Mhm.
like perfectly acoustic to be able to create sound waves and magnify them. That's what I've heard and things like that. It's just some interesting stuff that people get into.
Mhm.
Those are my type of documentaries I watch at night. Those are fun.
Yeah, I don't like
Just
those.
wonder.
I mean, well, anyways.
I
So
mean,
you
just with
would-
the last 40 years, we've been late a lot.
So do you believe
what?
it?
What about before that? You
Mhm.
know, so
No, it's But as far as I think, a lot of this, I honestly believe that okay, it's good to ask questions, right?
yeah,
But I think a lot of these conspiracy theories, I mean, it's just a part of the agenda to keep people from basic reality. Like from keep people distracted from. It's like to it's they are designed to keep people distracted
yeah.
from like sports. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand
Oh
how.
yeah,
I do not. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to love Barry Sanders. I mean, I would always.
yeah. I used to love Raiders.
I couldn't wait to watch Barry Sanders because he was.
Mhm.
I never knew when he was gonna break it for a freaking touchdown, right?
Yeah.
So, but now it's like I don't understand where all these people get all this time to just sit around and watch sports for hours and
Oh
just
my
like
god,
waste,
yeah.
just
It's
waste time.
modern
You know what I mean?
modern
I
day.
just
Well, it's modern day gladiators if you
yeah.
really think about it, right? Um, but yeah,
So now, what is going on with the C Project group? I know there's drama between the ladies in that group.
there's a lot of drama.
Oh my god, that's funny.
The thing is with our mission, the Seed Project, it grew because of the stuff we were learning during the way. We just thought he was a dummy and needed to be recalled because we don't know how he got up there, right? He convinced a lot of people to vote for him.
Well, Morris made a good point. He said that he went to the bus stops of the farm workers
Mm-hmm.
and he got their vote.
Well, it could be that, right? There was a lot of things that after that happened too, because the first time he went in, I think it was 2020.
He was
got a lot of
voted in
votes.
twice. He was voted in twice.
Yeah, and then 2022 because he took a short term, right? Like how
Oh.
happening right now.
Oh, he took a short term.
Yeah, he took someone's short term, which was Morris's, I think.
Right, in 20 he took Morris's.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, and so that was a short term.
Yeah. And then
And
when
then-
2022 came, he ran with Manzanares together.
Oh, kind of like Talienda and Oricumbo.
Yeah. But they had momentum going with a lot of other stuff, so I wouldn't say it was just that. What's happening now is high school drama, of course. You get that sense.
Mhm.
Though the way that Mujeres Voice was understood to be was for a forum for people to be able to discuss the city council and all that kind of stuff in a separate way, because what we didn't want to get into was try to tell people this is how you have to think. No, we're gonna give you the information that we have, show you video, show you the stuff that's going on at council, right? So you're aware. All that other stuff of figure out who's the best candidate and all that kind of stuff, that was the job for someone else. I mean, what we do and we're doing is showing the corruption, going to the meetings, making sure everyone's accountable, that we're giving our opinion too about what's going on, warning people of IVHD, IV equity, right? Daniela's group, all that. That
But
whole other thing was their thing. That was their movement. That stuff, they own that, not us. So, meaning Marisa, Solano, me, and my sister who worked on the recall. They help with the recall, yes, but to separate it and to make sure that they were doing their own, they made Mujeres with Voice. Since then, I mean, I don't want to say too much of what was going on. But what I can allude to is that a lot of people were not on the same page anymore. Let's just say that. At a certain point, people were not on the same page. I don't know why. Some people felt slighted. We talked a lot amongst our group. I mean, there was several conversations that happened, between everybody that will help with the recall. But sometimes it's just you can't control everybody, So what I told my mom was, let's just keep going forward, keep doing these videos. I'm gonna do this podcast, right? Either I was gonna do it with you or I was gonna do it with someone else. But since you're here, you wanted to learn all this, and you were so enthusiastic about it. I was like, man, this is perfect. You're the guy to do it because you want to learn. When you had that experience on April 16th. For one day you'll be able to say it, but for now that changed the way that you looked at Calexico and you wanted to learn more. And that's what people love. They want to learn, No, I don't think so. But so yeah, that was the intent of what we're doing now. For me, I wanted to put my extra time in, so I became a commissioner for downtown, which I'm a business owner, so I can be. A lot of people want to say, oh, it was given that position or whatever. It's like, you could have done it. If you own a business in downtown, you can literally go put an application. The next time it comes out, they can vote for you and put you on there. That's simple, right? So
just go out there and cut grass.
Yeah, just do something. I mean, that's why Solano created this alliance group, right? My mom's continuing with the other stuff of IBXD and all that. Jeff Gonzalez was a big thing. We understood that this guy can come in and change things. He can be that difference maker. And
so, what in your own words, what is the difference between Gonzalez and Garcia? They're both Mexican. To begin, that's one similarity.
Yeah,
I think they're both from Coachella, or no?
Yes. Okay. The way that I feel and I interacted with Eduardo, I cannot say was that I was inspired leaving there or agreed with him totally on something. Feel connection to be like, man, I feel this guy is understanding what we need. Jeff has that, I think. Every time I give him a good question on something or whatever, he has 10 different answers for it. He's not one of those to say, let me get back to you. He's thinking about stuff every day. I think what sealed the deal for me was that one time that he talked about his kid. I don't know if you were there.
No, but I know he has special needs kid.
Yeah, and I think he was mentioning abortion and to say like if I were to took in that route, I wouldn't have my kid and I would never want that. And I was just like, you're not crying, I'm not crying, and you're crying. I was tearing because like I've thought about that many times. What if my kid was special needs or something I had to deal with? How would I feel? Would I love him the same? And it's always come up to, fuck yes, it would be the same thing. That's my child. Whether he's 100% or he's half there or whatever's wrong with them, right?
Yeah.
for me, that was a green flag, like they say. It was a green
It was a
flag for me.
game changer,
Game
pivotal
changer.
point.
Yeah, to be understand that this guy cares. This
Yeah,
guy
he's
sees our
different.
struggles, understands our struggles, and can relate. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if you feel that same way.
Yeah, that's I think that's pretty because the other side is abortion, abortion. Or get rid of them.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that human life is. I think that that says a lot. I think when you really look at abortion from the angle of human life, right?
Yeah.
Human life is precious, because if you human life, and then you're going to attack other policies from that same
Yeah.
respect for human life, so I think
Yeah.
that that's one thing that the far left, it's like if they're blinded to their own ways, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's interesting because they fancy themselves as if, like, as morally superior,
The party of love. No.
right? But then they go around and they want to kill the
Yeah.
offspring. Isn't that weird? Interesting.
Yeah, it's very lopsided.
I don't get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you have any other final thoughts or anything.
No, I don't.
No.
Oh my god, here is. I wonder who that is. Don't even answer that guy. Coming up with the name like that.
Mr. Galargs. That's what I'm gonna call him. Mr. Galarg.
But anyways, no, I don't got nothing to say, man. I gotta go. I gotta go to the gym to prove homeless samurai different.
Yeah. All right. So
thanks.
next, I think Wednesday, right? We have
Wednesday with Lencho.
and Friday with Solano.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about the ideas that I was mentioning to you. So
perfect.
He liked it. He liked it. We just gotta maybe post something and say what's the most craziest thing that we have in 2024, and try to explain it to him.
Yeah. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I banned it.
Oh, did you ban it?
No, you did.
Yeah, I banned that.
Yeah. All right.
Ándale, take it easy.
All right. Have a good one. See you guys.
Okay. All right.